Board President Smith, Board Vice President Wick, Superintendent Dr. Lawrence, Treasurer Abraha, board members and distinguished guests, good afternoon. I'm Dr. Kurtz Miller, and I'm the Senior Curriculum Coordinator for Science Grades 7 to 12, and I will be representing the Curriculum Department to give you a district writing update. Next slide, please. Okay, this is our agenda in this brief presentation. Give you a moment to look over the agenda. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, so I will be discussing writing, including the writing that students will be engaged in from home on election day. This work is important because it aligns with a district priority area, writing across the curriculum in all subject areas. It's a DPS focus area. Next slide. So our 5 C's. Okay, upcoming Professional Development Day for the school district on Monday, October 28th. There's a number of writing professional development sessions which are taking place. This is not every single one of them. All ELA trainings will involve writing. There's writing across the content areas, multiple sessions being offered, writing in math, analyzing student work, including student writing in science and middle grades, high school social studies, as well as high school science. Other sessions, the writing is embedded within the sessions. Okay, since students will not be present, physically present on election day, principals have been contacted as well as teachers. They have been encouraged to prepare students and scaffold them to engage in writing to reflect on our great democracy and our right to vote here in the United States. So what you see here is the correspondence which went out to principals as well as teachers, and you can see in this document it's linked to the 12 writing prompts for each grade level. So each member of our team wrote a prompt, and we'll take a look at 3 examples here. If you could click on the voting elections writing prompts, this will load up and we can see all of them together. Okay, if you go back, that was originally hyperlinked. If you click on the voting and elections writing prompt text. Okay, so just to describe the writing prompts, each one has some sort of background, a question or a series of questions which is focused on our rights to vote and practice democracy, and there's also a rubric attached for each one. The rubric is aligned to the Ohio State test writing rubrics for the appropriate grade levels. And so there's a link directly to the Ohio State test holistic rubric. And in most cases, that writing rubric has been condensed so it's more accessible for teachers and students. So I apologize, that must not have been hyperlinked. Okay, next slide. Okay, so the ongoing work with the curriculum department involves providing strategies to help encourage and to help support students writing in the classroom. Our school district improvement process, of course, is the PLCs. And so the PLC solution tree has ongoing work with supporting writing in all the content areas. And so you can see 2 books which folks in the curriculum department have read. It's a writing in science area as well as writing in social studies. And so we're training teachers, continue to train teachers with pre-reading writing strategies, during reading writing strategies, and post-reading writing strategies. Some of those involves graphic organizers. Modeling writing, and this leads to the next slide, rubrics. Okay, so as you're moving around classrooms throughout the school district, especially at the younger and the middle grades, you may look around the classroom and see, number 1, word walls. 2, you may also see exemplar writing samples. We're encouraging teachers to post those writing samples so students can see what high-quality written work looks like. In the first picture, in the upper left-hand corner, you can see an elementary exemplar hanging on a wall. On the right-hand side, some people think, well, you can't write in a math classroom. You certainly can write in a math classroom. You can explain your problem-solving steps. You can predict mathematical relationships. There's a lot of things you can do. That's the exemplar from a math classroom. Other things you may also see would be, of course, learning targets. We're encouraging teachers to do timely feedback and also PLCs and BLTs to review student exemplars. Next slide, please. Okay, so here's a reflection. Imagine the amount of student growth and learning we would have when writing happens in every classroom every day. Writing doesn't have to be a huge essay. Writing can be short, it can be ongoing, and it can happen in every classroom and every day. And I think that concludes the presentation.
Thank
Are there
you.
any questions?
Appreciate you for coming out. Open it up to the board if there are any questions. Ms. Wick?
I would love to hear one of the prompts. I know we couldn't bring them up, but just one.
Sure.
What is-
I will get something down
Okay.
during the meeting. I apologize that
Thank
I
you.
originally had an
Yeah,
hyperlink.
no worries, but I would love to see that. Thank you.
Sure.
Appreciate that. Appreciate the effort. It's going to be fun.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Dr. Goodwin?
Yes, I just had a quick, so this is happening on election day for them to work on themselves. Is this being offered as like extra credit or something, or is it required?
No, it's a learning at home. It's an expected exercise. We're expecting teachers to, continue practicing writing before Election Day to prepare the students to do this independently using the gradual release model, which is our instructional model here at Dayton Public Schools. We do, or I do, right? The teacher models the writing. We model this together and do this together. And the final part is you do, the students will do. That final part, the students will be doing independently on their own at home on Election Day.
Okay. I think it's a good concept. I'm kind of interested in the practicality of it, of students working on their own, like how many actually do it, and we see that when they come back on that one. So if I could just have the data on
Sure.
what comes in on that piece, I would be interested in that.
Sure. Yes,
Thank you.
ma'am.
Any other questions? Seeing none. Appreciate you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank
Have a
you.
good day.
You too.